Hi there, and how are you guys doing? You must have seen oxes pulling cart this way. Now, if I ask you, how do these oxes pull the cart? Well, the answer is pretty simple. They apply some force to move the cart, isn't it? Now, how are they applying the force? Well, the oxes are tied to the cart in some way or the other. And by applying muscular force, the oxes are now able to pull the cart. So we have seen that the oxes must be in contact with the cart in order to move it. Now, is it possible that you apply force without any contact? Well, we will answer this question in this video. For that, you stay tuned and I'll be right back. Hi there and welcome back. So in this video, we will be learning about non-contact forces. Now before we get into it, let's quickly see what topics we'll be covering here. So the first thing that we'll understand is what is a non-contact force. Then we'll see what are the properties of a non-contact force. And then in the end, we'll learn about different types of non-contact forces. So let's get started. Now forces can be defined in two categories. Now the first category examples we have already seen, the muscular force and friction. Now this is contact force, which means that here the objects have to be in contact in order to apply force on one another. Now what is the other category? Well, look at the examples first. Magnetic force, electrostatic force, and gravitational force. Well, these are non-contact forces, which means that here the objects do not have to be in contact in order to apply force on one another. Now we'll talk about these forces in more details. So first, let's start with magnetic force. So this is a bar magnet, as we all know it. So it has two poles, North Pole and South Pole. So magnetic force is a non-contact force. And why? It's because a magnet can exert push or pull on any other magnetic object without touching it. Now you can very easily try doing this. Take two bar magnets and bring the north poles close to each other. You'll see that they exert a repelling force on each other without even touching each other. And now bring the north pole of one magnet and the south pole of one magnet close to each other. You'll see that they'll apply some attractive forces on each other even when they're not in contact. So this is another way of seeing this activity. So here what you do is take some roller pencils and keep one magnet on top of them. Now from the other side, bring another magnet. Now if the two north poles are coming close to each other, you'll see the magnet that's lying on the pencil will start to move away. As you can see here in the below diagram. Look, have a look at it here. You see? But if you bring two different poles together, then this time the magnet on the pencil will not roll away, but in fact come closer to the other magnet. You should try doing this activity at home. So now let's move on and see what is electrostatic force. Well, these are the forces which are exerted by charged body on any other charged or uncharged body. What is charged body and how do we actually make a body charged? Well, it's very simple. You just have to rub the body and the body becomes charged. Now there's this activity which you can do at home in order to understand this better. What you have to do is take a straw and rub it with a paper. Now after that, tie this straw with a string and hang it from a table like this. Now bring another straw close to this straw. Now you'll see that even before you touch the straw, the other straw that's hanging experiences a force and moves from its position. Now why does this happen? This happens because of electrostatic force. So an electrostatic force is also a non-contact force. Now let's see what is a gravitational force. Now do you know that all the objects in this universe, how big or small doesn't matter, they all apply some force on every other object in this universe. Now this force is called the gravitational force. Now for example, say you hold a ball. Now what happens when you lose the ball and set it free? Well, the ball will fall down, right? Now why is the ball falling down? It's because the earth is pulling this ball towards its center. Okay, you must have seen waterfalls, obviously, right? So here the water also falls down. Now why is it falling down? There has to be some force which is pulling the water down, right? Well, this is the earth again which pulls the water down. So what will be the answer to this question? Why do objects fall down? Well, objects fall down because earth attracts everything towards itself by a force which is called force of gravity or gravitational force. Now this is also a non-contact force. So with this, now we have come to the end of this video. Now before you go, let's quickly recall what you have learned. So we learned that non-contact force is the force that is exerted without any contact. Then we saw a few examples of non-contact forces, and they were magnetic force, electrostatic force and gravitational force. So now I bid you goodbye. I'll see you again in the next one. Till then, keep learning.